Well, hello everybody. This is Reagan Terrell, your RV traveler's voice, coming to you from inside Ethel, our Forest River Wildwood 29V bud. And today we're going to do a little test of a product, a freezer refrigerator thermometer or sensor, and we currently have one already in place. But we're going to test out another one and give you some feedback. Stay tuned. And what we have to test are these MOCREO temperature sensors. This one appears to have a hub so that you can communicate with the telephone, as well as a on-site sensor. And we have a thermohygrometer sensor as well. And it requires a hub, which I think the hub comes with this original temperature sensor. So we're going to open them up and see how they work. All right, we're going to start with what's in the box for the main hub and refrigerator sensors. It includes the hub, which we have here. We have a power supply. We have some adhesive and Velcro mounting strips, as well as a reset pin. That's a little wire device there. Have a micro USB cable for charging the sensors, as well as a USB to USB-C cable to power the hub. We have a little mounting bracket or mounting stand for the hub if you want to just set it on top of the counter. We have some suction cups if we want to use suction cups to mount the probes. And then we have a couple of temperature sensors. That's the square items here, and their corresponding temperature probes that actually run inside of the fridge and freezer. And of course we have our instruction manual, as well as there's a QR code to download the app for the MOCREO devices. So that's kind of what's in the box for the main hub. And what's in the box for the general temperature and humidity sensor. It is just the sensor itself. We have a micro USB to charge it with, as well as the reset pin and a piece of mounting Velcro, and an instruction manual. And of course there's the QR code to access the instruction manual online as well. And first things first, we're going to plug in the sensors and get them charged with the micro USB. The red indicator light means it's being charged, and when that light goes out, we'll have them fully charged and we're ready to set up. Okay, we've got all three devices fully charged. The one on the left is the basically ambient temperature and humidity sensor, and the two on the right are the two ST5 sensors for the fridge. The setup of the hub was very straightforward. We basically just plugged it in, downloaded the app, and set up our account, and then selected the Wi-Fi network to connect to. Once the hub was set up, we easily added the ambient temperature settings setup and loaded this sensor to it. And we're going to select the sensor, and there's the data that it's reading. About 72 degrees and 47% humidity here in the camper. And that's pretty close to what our thermostat is saying, 73 degrees over here, versus here on the countertop of about 72 degrees. So pretty close, but calibration is easy. You can go into the settings of each of the sensors and adjust the temperature up and down just a bit to calibrate them as well. So now we're going to connect these two sensors. I've already got their probes installed respectively. One probe sitting by my other freezer thermometer so we can test how accurate, how close it is. And the refrigerator probe sitting right next to the other refrigerator probe to see how accurate that one is as well. Now you'll notice these probes come with a flat cord that you can basically just close in your refrigerator door, and the seal tightens around it. Now they say you can actually put the probes in the refrigerator, and the connectivity may be inhibited just a bit. I mean, not the probes, put the sensors in there as well so you don't have any cords hanging out. But we'll test them this way. Now putting this into setup mode is fairly simple. Just take this little pin key they give you, and there's a reset button here on the underneath this flap. You press that in for about a second and it starts flashing blue, and that tells the app that it's starting to be set up. And now with all three sensors set up and connecting to the hub, you see the ambient temperature reading 71.8 and a humidity of 48%. We have a refrigerator, the fridge there at 31.2 and the freezer at 5.8. So nice clear view on the hub here, and it has a time clock display, day, date, and time. And this little blue light flashes or pulses to show that it is connected. And I'll take a screenshot to show what is also available on the app, which we can basically monitor from anywhere as long as the hub is connected to some Wi-Fi source. Then you could monitor this remotely as well, and monitor your ambient temperature with one of these ambient temperature sensors, and monitor the fridge temperatures with these sensors. Now, the one part that I'm not as much of a fan of as the other, they're not completely wireless sensors. They have a wire and a probe, but I'm going to put those the sensors themselves inside the fridge and the freezer and see if we have connectivity as well. And we've placed both the probes and the sensors into the fridge, so no more loose wires. And we are still getting nice reading here on the hub. And I will say, in order to be able to monitor this remotely, if you were in the camper, you would need to have some type of internet connectivity and some type of Wi-Fi hub here in your camper for this temperature hub to connect to. So that'd be one consideration. Otherwise, the hub itself can just monitor your sensors locally. But again, if you want to have them connected where you can monitor it while you're out and about during the day, which would be convenient, you need to have, if you have a portable hotspot that you have in your camper, or a router of some type that it can connect to. And obviously that router would need to be connected to the internet, so have some type of signal in order to transmit this to your app on your phone. And this is an example of an alarm. We have the freezer alarm, and we've got it out down in the fridge itself, and it's warming up. And after staying out of tolerance for 10 minutes, it starts giving a beep here on the hub. I also get an email, and an alert from the app. And this can be silenced by just pushing the button, and that silences it, but it keeps it on red. Well, we have the devices all activated and communicating with the hub. Have the hub display set where we can see the readings fairly easily. I will say that setup was a breeze. Downloading the app and charging the batteries probably took the longest amount of time. Connecting each unit to the hub was less than a minute, really about 20 to 30 seconds each. And the temperature readings were pretty instantaneous. So we've set up on the app as well functionality for alarms, high temp and low temp alarms, both for freezer and refrige, as well as we've set up high temp and low temp alarms for the ambient temperature setting sensor that we have as well. So overall, the MOCREO temperature monitors and associated hubs seem to work very well, and encourage you to check it out if you have a chance. If it meets your needs and specifications, give them a try. Thanks, and happy camping. Let us know if you have any questions.